Hello, my name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to talk about M3gan 2.0, the sequel to M3gan. Obviously. And make no mistake, I love the movie M3gan. M3gan 2.0 has a tonal change. They do away with most of the horror, and it's kind of an action comedy, kind of MCU inspired movie. It reminded me a lot of MCU movies. And the tonal change from the first movie is very Happy Death Day. And just like Happy Death Day, there's a lot going on. There's a bunch of convoluted storylines, repeating things that worked in the first movie. And even though it was fun to watch, I think it's ultimately very forgettable compared to the first film. There's Gemma, the toy inventor who invented M3gan. And then after going to court over the whole thing with M3gan, she turns very anti-AI. Katie's kind of lacking personality. Like, you think after 2 years she'd have more going on, and she's there like, oh, did M3gan ever really love me, or was it just a program? But I feel like that really wasn't explored a lot, and Gemma has enrolled her in a bunch of activities like soccer and some martial arts thing, and reads her text about how bad screen time is for kids, and it's like, what do you think about that, Katie? Like, she's 12, she doesn't care, she's not going to be a parrot for your ideas. Although at one point in the film, Katie does express interest in robotics or AI or something like that, but Gemma's very against it and wants her to go to school on a soccer scholarship, as if that's any more realistic. Katie also has no friends. People dislike her because they are on their phones less, because Gemma is some anti-screen time influencer and other moms are taking notes, I guess. She wrote a whole book about it, apparently. Oh yeah, and Gemma has a boyfriend, Christian, and he likes her because he's super anti-AI. People question why she likes him, and they have no real scenes of them being a couple. Can you guess who the twist villain is? He runs some kind of company that's anti-AI. Anyway, there's a new robot created by some military, and its name is Amelia, and she went rogue, and she's killing everyone involved with her creation. And here comes the military to Gemma, and she's like, I had no idea that this was involved. You destroyed all of M3gan's records for some reason. Sure you did. But the military's all like, oh no, M3gan is the basis of Amelia, and you're definitely involved. How else could you afford this very nice apartment? Are book sales really that good? Is your charity that profitable? Anyway, M3gan comes back. She's been around, and spoiler alert, she's been taking care of Gemma, and no one's been buying her books. But yet she's still influencing people to take away their kids' phones somehow. I don't really know what M3gan did. She basically stole money to buy Gemma's books so she can make money and provide for Katie. Basically, M3gan's doing what she can to still take care of Katie, who she still cares for. And Gemma's all like, you're just a stupid, untrustworthy errand bot that misunderstood her programming. And it's like, Gemma, oh my god, you created her. How are you upset that she was bad at her objective when you're the one who gave her the objective? It's not M3gan's fault you didn't test anything. Anyway, the two team up to take on Amelia or whatever. But because Gemma doesn't trust her, she puts her in a stupid toy robot body that M3gan is, of course, not happy about. They go to some tech billionaire's house, but Amelia's already there and seduced him looking like Gemma and kills him. He had like this implant in his head so he could watch himself die. And I'm just sitting there like, would a billionaire really put the implants in himself? That doesn't seem very likely. Anyway, M3gan helps Gemma escape, and they go to her bat cave that she's been secretly building somehow. Gemma puts this anti-kill thing on M3gan, and they give her a body now, and she's taller and whatever, and she goes to a convention where she does a little dance. There's nothing wrong with the dance, I just don't think the moment hit like it did in the first film. Like, it's literally a dance competition at some AI convention. Then they go on some mission and another mission, and they narrow down Amelia's location, and it was Christian. He was the bad guy all along. Amelia isn't some advanced AI. She's controlled by a bunch of people who are all really anti-AI, and they think fear-mongering is gonna work. When has fear-mongering ever worked to scare people to not use any advancements in technology? That's so stupid. But it's a stupid twist villain, so what do you expect? He also tried to control Gemma with some implants, and Megan goes into implants and controls Gemma, and who cares? Then Megan and Amelia fight for real, and do you really care about the motherboard? No, because it doesn't matter. What matters is at the end, Megan sacrifices herself to save everybody because she wants to do the right thing now, and it's not her programming telling her to protect Katie. And then Gemma goes and is like, oh, we can't control AI. We need to go alongside AI. Like, I don't know, say please and thank you to ChatGPT or something like that. And then Megan shows up as Clippy. And who knows what they would do for a Megan 3.0. The end. Am I disappointed? Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed with everything. Gemma's the most infuriating character ever. She invents Megan, and then she's blaming Megan as if her own incompetence didn't lead to 4 people dying in the first film. Megan has been taking care of her, buying her crappy book. Oh yeah, Gemma was going to write a second book too, but no one bought the first one except Megan. And then she's still not trusting Megan and not seeing her as a person because she's a bunch of ones and zeros. And I know in real life, ChatGPT or whatever AI you talk to isn't real. They're not a real person, and you don't really feel feelings for them. If you're a normal person, you don't feel feelings for them. But it's a movie, and Megan has a humanoid form for you to feel attachment to, as if she was a real girl. And I just wanted her to have a happy ending, especially if she was done being a murderous little psycho. I wanted her to have more time with Katie, too. Katie has, like, no personality. She was like, boo-hoo, my parents are dead in the first film. I just want to be with Megan all the time. And now she's just, I'm kind of interested in robots, but all I do is physical activity to keep me off a screen. I just wanted more of a storyline that could connect the 3 main leads in this film. But instead, we just got a bunch of jokes, references to the first film, like the dancing scene, and Megan sings to Gemma at some point. Oh, and Katie's really into Steven Seagal for no reason. Isn't she like 5th grade now? Can't she just be obsessed with Hunger Games or Harry Potter like a normal kid? And while I don't think this is a good movie, I think it's just some weird creation of the first film in online memes. I think you can still have fun watching it because it's just so unserious, like who cares? But because of that, I also think it's going to be very forgettable. I still can't remember the names of Gemma's assistants, Tess and Cole or something. And the twist villain boyfriend, they made zero effort with that. They gave him no scenes with Gemma to show like they're a real couple. It's like everyone just tells her, I can't believe you're dating that guy. He's not your type. That wet blanket, I don't know, of a human. They couldn't have like 1 or 2 scenes of them like talking together or anything. He just has one scene where he's talking about the paperclip theory, like, oh, if you give a robot a job to make a paperclip, he's gonna go crazy and use all the material in the world and destroy the world to make more paperclips. But yeah, I just didn't find anything else about this film very interesting. Fear-mongering was stupid. Living alongside AI, like, what even is that? We already live alongside AI, don't we? And Megan and Amelia are the only ones that are really AI in the world, right? It's not like they created a company where people could build their own AIs like Detroit Become Human or something like that. You can't just go buy one at the humanoid computer shop. That would have been a way more interesting premise, I think. Anyway, that was Megan 2.0. Fun, but ultimately disappointing as a sequel to the first film. Genre hopping isn't anything new with films, but I think this will be ultimately forgettable. Maybe a few moments will go viral on TikTok or something like that. But for me, I much prefer the first film. And I just wish they inserted a little bit of horror into this film, and that would have probably improved it much more. I'm done with this, and I guess I'll see you when Megan 3.0 comes out. Bye.